What is up, my BBossBaddies and my bad mom fellas? It is your girl Bosana and welcome BBossArmy. So as you guys can tell by the title, today we're going to be talking about 99.9% of women can't take the D win. ... Obviously I'm about to tell y'all, but this video is about to be about when women can't take the D. So overall, I'm trying to just help you guys out with your sex game and basically trying to tell you things that you shouldn't really be doing because she's giving you the like back the F up. I'm not feeling it no more. Okay. So with that being said, this version is gonna be more so if like it's in general type of thing, but it's gonna be more so if like it's an everyday type of thing, just more common things. And then aside from that, it will be the next time more direct. So the next time, just for a quick example, will be something like, hey, women hate the D when you do exactly this. And then this time I'll be talking about women just generally hate the D. All right, I hope you guys got it. With that being said, please give this video a huge thumbs up. Have your post notification on because y'all know I am not stopping with my dropping. All right, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So first thing, oh, and my links down below, I got other channels. First thing is when you can't keep her turned on. Now, this is not even your fault. You as a man, this is not your fault at all when you cannot keep a woman turned on. And what happens is a lot of women hate when you guys can't keep them turned on because the sex is no longer good. So what happens in the process is, hey, now we can't keep me turned on and she can't keep herself turned on. So what women really do is depend on you guys during sex. And also because you guys are the masculine and the leader, that is one of the best times for you guys to show it. So that is also, oh, we can't forget, that is also the time where a woman will step back a little bit more. Not always a lot more, which they should, and still get something, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's besides the point. But yeah, not so much, but something. Okay, so now back to this point. When you can't keep her turned on, what's happening is that she can't keep herself. So she expects you on another level to keep that lubrication going on in her vagina, to be more technical with you. So all in all, when a girl wants to talk about, hey, my is wet, hey, I got it dripping down there, hey, you're gonna be swimming in an ocean, hey, you're gonna need a lifeguard, you're gonna drown, she's capping. A lot of times what women need is to actually feel the moment, be in the moment, and just keep it going. Now, I'm not going to talk about, hey, it's experiences and all that. I don't want to do that for this video, or it's this that they like. I'm not going to do that for this video. We'll save it. Let me know if you guys, the types of videos you want to see. But what I can tell you is that the dependentness that women have towards men during sex comes from guys always running it during sex. Guys always being the leader. So if you guys don't know, and this is pretty much common sense, but I want to bring it to your knowledge because I know personally sometimes you have to hear something until you really, really get it. Like you got to hear it from somebody else, even if you kept saying it to yourself. So one thing I got to tell you guys is if you're hitting it right, and you're doing your part, she's going to be turned on. But a girl's not going to straight up tell you, hey, you know what? You need to talk to me. You need to be active. You need to be telling me, get in that style right now. She's not going to tell you, oh, put my face down and put my ass up. No, she's not going to do that. And that's simply because a lot of women out here depend on you. So you guys as a man, I know it's not always fair in a lot of aspects, but the best part about you guys laying it down is that is your opportunity to show yourself as a masculine man, to showcase yourself. You should take it as that. It's a good thing, you guys. But once you get to showcase yourself and, lay it down, show her what you got, even if it's the second time, you're showing her what you could keep giving, it's still good enough for that woman to look at you and say, I want some more, but I need you to keep me turned on. And the last thing that I will finish off with is you guys have to keep in mind that girls obviously experience other guys, but the bigger picture about it is if that guy is keeping her turned on based on the things he's saying, how he's laying it down and all these things, then of course she's gonna go back to that guy. That's how girls get whipped. they like the experience, they like what they say, they like everything about it, right? So that is pretty much enough for a girl to say I want you and all that good stuff, okay? So that's the first aspect. And I did say I was about to wrap up, but I just want to mention something quickly because I know you guys will. I hope you guys appreciate this part. But I wanted to say, when you can't keep her turned on, the other thing that I want you guys to really mention is that, hey, you can't keep her turned on in that moment, but you can go ahead and forward try other things. So if you get that woman's body, put her in a certain position. If you get that woman's body needs this type of talk to her this way. If you get her body's giving you, oh, you should have gave me foreplay, you give her foreplay next time. But make sure you lay it down for the rest of the night or the rest of the evening, morning, whatever time. Okay. I'll elaborate in another video. Y'all let me know if you want a part 2. And that's that. Give this video a big thumbs up, of course. Next thing, doesn't take all the space. Now, I know y'all are gonna be like, what the heck? What the is doesn't take? I'm so sorry. I'm about to burst out laughing, but this is so true. So a lot of girls hate the D when it can't take up the space. So in other words, can't take up the space is basically you putting it in, and it's not necessarily you got a small D. It's more so she doesn't feel like you can't take up the space because she's not pleased. You get what I'm saying? So when you pipe her up, pipe her down, however you want to say, give her put it in her guts, in her stomach, in her chest, however it is that you want to do it. If she's not getting enough of that, it gets to a point where, still again, back to the other point that I said, she's dependent. So if, back to this number 2, if you have a smaller piece, this is when it becomes kind of a struggle. I told you guys, you know, in my past videos about D and stuff, I don't want to give away too much. I still want you guys to obviously watch it, but it's a lot harder for you guys as a man. And you know what? D size matters to a certain extent. I gotta let you guys know that. So if you have a size that you gotta work with a little bit more, work with it a whole lot more. Simple. If you got a size that's big and it does enough, do a lot less. And that part you guys will get a little bit more as you guys keep watching. But this part of you having a piece, if it's long, short, thick, whatever your piece is looking like, you have to go ahead and know what's the alternatives that's gonna satisfy her. So a lot of girls hate the D when it doesn't take up the space because she can't get satisfied. She can't, once again, get turned on. And that's another factor you have to take in. A lot of girls want you guys to continue to get them turned on because they can't keep themselves turned on. I said that in the beginning, but you see how it applies to the next part where you guys are going to get blamed if you can't figure out what to do with your D size. So once you guys lay it down and she's not satisfied, most times girls will honestly, in my opinion, yes, you can be shy and stuff, but I feel like if you really lay it down, you'll hear something, at least from her. So you don't get nothing from her, you don't get, you know, she's satisfied. That's where you guys have to basically fill in the gaps that women want you guys to fill in. All right. So I'll leave this point at this. And the only thing that I put in brackets to help you guys extra, because you guys know I always drop more videos, but what I put in brackets is she can't feel it. Okay, and shape is everything. So I will just wrap up because we do have to move on. Y'all know I'll bring the videos left and right, like I said, but we do have to move on. So just make sure with your shape and size, you know what you're doing with it. You give her the pipe correctly. And if it's not something that most women like, of course, because the size is not there, or the length, or, you know, the fulfillment, you know, whatever it is, then you have to go ahead and learn other strategies, and that will be based on positions and all the other stuff that I'll talk about in a different video. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the last thing on my list. Last thing that I want to talk about that basically makes a girl hate D is she can't take it. Now, I have to save the big for last. Nah, but I'm only saying this because, you know, you don't have much of a problem when you have a big size, but a lot of girls actually hate the big size because let's not talk about how often a girl comes across a big size or a good size. Let's not talk about that. We'll just talk about satisfaction, because if it's a high or a medium wrist, it doesn't matter if you think about it. Because if girls are always effing around, messing around, being a hoe, going through whole phases, not allowing themselves to heal, of course they're going to experience all different types, and they're going to definitely experience, most likely, I would say in my opinion, bigger types or medium size. And I say on a medium size on an average tip. So she shouldn't be too let down, because most times guys have, I would say, an average size. And then when you have a smaller size, and I don't want to get too deep into detail because that's going to extend the video, but when you do have a small size and you know what you're doing with it, there is a huge possibility, and I say huge and I mean that, where it can work out. But anyways, to go back to this point and to go ahead and wrap up, when you can't keep, oh no, sorry you guys, I messed up. When you can go ahead and pipe her down and you give her those poundings, what happens is, excuse me, I'm so sorry, I closed my mouth, I left it closed, but this happens during the live. We're about to wrap up lastly. So you're giving her this big size, she can't handle it, it's too much for her to take, and that's what happens. They push you away where this is too much pain, where I can't, and then sometimes in the beginning, some girls can't even take it more than other girls, so they'll tell you, hey, don't keep piping it up, or don't keep laying it down, or I don't want no more, or they won't say nothing and then they'll suffer. So you have to be very attentive to her body. What is her body giving, and what is the reaction? If it's telling you she doesn't want this type of action, you can't continue to give it this type of action. All right, y'all, so I'll wrap my video up with that. If you guys enjoyed this, let me know. If you want a part 2, let me know, and y'all will see me in my next video.